Claudius, the King of Denmark, enters, along with Gertrude, the Queen, Hamlet, Polonius, Polonius' son Laertes, and daughter Ophelia.
Though I still have fresh memories about my brother, the elder Hamlet's death, and though it was proper to mourn him throughout our kingdom, life goes on. I think that it's wise in mourning him we also think about my well-being. Therefore, I've married my former sister-in-law, the Queen, with mixed feelings of happiness and sadness. Yeah, Laertes, you had something to ask of me. You had a request. What is it, Laertes?
My lord, I want your permission to go back to France, which I left to come to Denmark for your coronation. Now that my duty here is done, please let me go.
Do you have your father's permission? What does Polonius say?
My lord, my son has worn me down by asking me so many times. In the end, I grudgingly consented. Please, let him go.
In that case, leave when you like, Laertes. I hope you spend your time well. And Hamlet, my nephew and now my son, why are you so gloomy with a cloud hanging over your head?
It's not true, sir. Your son is out in the sun.
My dear Hamlet, stop wearing these black clothes and be friendly to the king.
Neither my black clothes, mother, nor any other display of grief will show to you what I really feel. This is just a hint of it.
Hamlet, it is so sweet of you to mourn for your father. But you know, all sons must eventually grieve. Overdoing it is just stubborn. Stop this useless mourning of yours and start thinking of me as your new father. And as for your plans of going back to Wittenberg, they are not what I intend. I advise you to stay here as my #1 official.
Please answer my prayers, Hamlet. Stay with us. Don't go back to Wittenberg.
I'll follow your orders as well as I can, ma'am.
That's the right answer? My wife, come. Hamlet's agreeing to stay makes me happy. My drinking will echo the heavens. Let's go.
What has life come to? I wish suicide was legal or that my flesh could rot away. My father was a great king once, and now he's been replaced by my uncle who's so much inferior to him. My father loved my mother so much so that he didn't even let the wind from hitting her face too hard. Yet even so, within a month of his death, she got remarried to my uncle, my father's brother. I don't know what good is going to come out of all this, but I must remain silent.
Hamlet has found his lady love in Ophelia, a beautiful, innocent girl. However, her brother Laertes and her father Polonius are quite skeptical about the relationship between Hamlet and her. Laertes is advising his sister Ophelia to avoid falling in love with Hamlet, telling her that his feelings are merely fleeting and will fade.
My belongings are on the ship already. Goodbye, dear sister. Please keep writing to me.
Do you doubt that, brother?
And as for Hamlet and his affections towards you, consider them a mere flirtation. It may seem sweet now, but his affections will last just a minute, not a second more.
Not more than a minute.
Well, he may say he loves you now, but remember, he still belongs to the royal family, and he's a slave to his family obligations. So, when he says he loves you, be cautious enough to know that his words mean only as much as the state of Denmark allows them to mean.
I'll keep your words of wisdom close to my heart. But my dear brother, don't be a bad priest who fails to follow what he preaches.
Don't worry, I won't. I've stayed here too long and here comes father. How lucky to have him bless my leaving, not once, but twice.
You're still here? Shame on you. Get on board. The wind is filling the ship's sail and they're all waiting for you. And here, he gave you my blessing. And remember, give every man their ear, but few their voice.
I'll remember your words, Father. I bid you farewell. And Ophelia, remember what I've told you.
What did he tell you, Ophelia?
Something about Hamlet.
A good thing your brother did, didn't he? I've heard Hamlet's been spending a lot of time alone with you recently, and you have made yourself quite available to him. What's going on between you two? You better tell me the truth.
He has offered a lot of affection to me lately.
You're a foolish little baby for believing these offers are something real. Offer yourself more respect, Ophelia, or you'll offer me a chance to be a laughing stock.
But Father, he has made the holiest vows to me to back up what he says.
These vows are just stuff for stupid bird, Ophelia. To put it plainly, don't waste your time with Hamlet and do as I say now. Come along.
I'll do as you say, Father.
In the dark of night, on the cold battlements of Elsinore, two guards, Horatio and Bernardo, see a ghost, the dead king, Hamlet's father.
There is something rotten in the state of Denmark.
Fear and uncertainty grip those who witness this spectral figure. They rush to tell Hamlet, who decides to confront the apparition.
Look, sir, here it comes. It wants you to go off with it, as if it wants to tell you something alone. But do not go with it, sir.
Doesn't seem like it's going to talk over here, gentlemen. I order you to let me go, or I'll make ghosts out of anyone that tries to stop me. Go on, I'll follow you.
His imagination is making him crazy.
Let's follow him despite his orders.
Who are you, ghost? Why do you walk the earth?
I am your father spirit, trapped to avenge all my sins. But I was murdered, Hamlet.
Murdered? By whom?
Your uncle, Claudius, snuck up on me while I was sleeping in my orchard. He poured henbane poison into my ears. And this poison, it acts like a quicksilver in the veins and curdles up the blood. And this is exactly what it did to me. He stole my queen and my crown.
I promise to avenge your dead father.
But do not harm your mother. In fact, avenge my death, Hamlet.
I will, father. Rest now.
After facing the ghost of his father, Hamlet was no longer the same. He had learned the truth, a terrible truth. The king, his father, was murdered by Claudius, the very man who now wore the crown. A demand for revenge echoed in his mind, but before he could act, he needed his friends' trust and their silence.
Oh, sir.
Oh, Horatio.
What happened, sir?
Swear to me that you're not to speak of what you have noticed here tonight to anyone else.
Swear.
Even from the grave, the dead king demanded obedience. His voice, rising from beneath, left no room for doubt. The oath must be kept.
We will, my lord.
But Horatio was a man of reason. What he had seen, the ghost, the demands for silence, shook his belief in logic. Could any of this truly be real?
My lord, this is unbelievably strange.
There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than can be dreamt of in your reality. You may see the act strange from now, even mad, but know that there's method in it.
Hamlet had chosen his path. He would wear the mask of madness, a guise to conceal his plan. His revenge would be a delicate, dangerous game. And Horatio, though still filled with doubt, had sworn to stand by him in silence. The night's terrible secret was sealed, and with it, the fates of them all. Madness and revenge, darkness and death. Now, there was no turning back. Ophelia is sent to speak with Hamlet, while Claudius and Polonius hide behind a curtain, hoping to observe Hamlet's true state of mind. They believe his strange behavior is due to his love for Ophelia. Ophelia enters, instructed to return Hamlet's gifts and test his affections.
Ophelia, read from this prayer book so it looks natural that you are alone. Come to think of that, it happens all the time. People act devotion to the god to mask the bad deeds.
How right he is. His words whip up my guilty feelings. What terrible guilt I feel.
Hamlet enters, lost in deep thought, contemplating the meaning of life and death.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
He ponders whether it is better to endure life's suffering or end it all, fearing what might come after death.
My lord, I have remembrances of yours. Please take them back.
I think you're mistaken, Ophelia. I don't remember giving you anything.
You did, my lord.
You shouldn't have believed me then. Because all men out there might pretend to be virtuous, but we are all rotten to the core. Even I've never loved you.
Then I guess I was misled.
You should go to a nunnery, Ophelia. You don't have to love a man like me and give birth to sinners.
What has changed you, Hamlet?
Go to a nunnery, Ophelia. I'm done with love.
Oh God, please pull me back to normal.
Hamlet stages a play that mimics the murder of his father to test Claudius's guilt.
Here I am at your service, my lord.
Horatio, you're a true friend of mine, because of which I'm going to let you in on some information. I've orchestrated a play over here that mimics the death of my father. While the play is going on, I want you to notice Claudius's expressions very carefully and tell me if something's out of the blue.
My lord, I'll watch him as closely as I would a thief. I wouldn't miss a trick.
Claudius enters with Gertrude, Polonius, and Ophelia.
What is the play called, Hamlet?
What's the play called, you ask? It's called a mousetrap. It's a metaphor actually. It's about a murder committed in Vienna. You'll see soon enough.
A man comes in, takes the crown from the king, pours poison in the sleeping man's ear, and leaves.
Enough! Stop the play! Give me some light!
Stop the play!
During the play, Claudius rises in horror as the murder is reenacted.
Did you see that? His expression is clear. His guilt is clear. He's the one who killed my father.
Hamlet confronts his mother Gertrude in her chambers, furious at her marriage to Claudius.
Hamlet, why are you so cruel? You frightened me.
How could you dishonor my dead father's memory by marrying my uncle?
What have I done to deserve this anger?
Did you know that uncle is the one who killed my father? Frailty, thy name is woman.
Hamlet, stop! You're breaking my heart.
Out of his curiosity, Polonius decides to eavesdrop on their conversation and hides himself in a corner. Hamlet hears someone behind the curtain. In his anger, he accidentally kills Polonius, thinking it was Claudius spying on them.
Slave.
What have you done, Hamlet?
I didn't mean to. I thought it was Claudius, but no, it was Polonius. He shouldn't have meddled between us.
He is dead. He is dead.
Oh, Ophelia, what has happened to you?
Yes, Rosemary. For remembrance. And Nancy's. For thoughts.
Oh, Ophelia, madness has taken you too.
Ophelia, devastated by her father's death and Hamlet's rejection, descends into madness and drowns herself.
After the play which Hamlet orchestrated, I think he knows I killed his father. I must do something. I must silence him. Ah, Laertes. How are you? I know you're quite devastated by the death of your father and your sister, which I'm so sad about. But we both know Hamlet is to blame. Would you like a shot at revenge?
Yes, my lord. I'm facing a great loss. I do want to avenge their murders.
That's good to hear. I have a plan.
Claudius hands a poisoned sword to Laertes to kill Hamlet. He also pours some poison into a cup as a backup. In the final scene, Hamlet is challenged to a duel by Laertes, Ophelia's brother, who secretly plots with Claudius to kill Hamlet.
Come, Hamlet. Let's see how well you fight.
I will fight you, Laertes, but know that I don't intend to harm you.
Both Laertes and Hamlet are wounded by a poisoned sword.
Forgive me, Hamlet. The king is to blame. We're both gonna die.
I forgive you, Laertes.
Queen Gertrude drinks from a poisoned cup intended for Hamlet, and Claudius's treachery is exposed.
The cup, it was poison. I'm dying, Hamlet.
Well, you thought you could kill me, Hamlet? I've silenced you. I win. The crown is mine. Denmark is mine.
The end is yet to come. Horatio,
Stay with me, Hamlet.
I'm dying, Horatio. Tell the people about my story. The rest is silence.